All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Joining me now, the parish president of Lafourche Parish, Mr. Archie Chaisson. And it's great to see you in studio. We're not going to lead off with COVID today, but we'll get into some hard news, and we're going to have fun with Mardi Gras. How about that?
No doubt. Good to be back with you.
Yeah, it's always good to see you. Flood insurance, risk rating going on, FEMA, so never quits for you. Is insurance going to increase flood insurance or decrease in your area?
Yeah, so Martin, we've been fighting this for several years. It started out with Bigger Waters back in 2012. The Coalition for Sustainable Flood Insurance was formed. A lot of local levee districts participated. Was really led by GNO Inc. And their crew out of New Orleans, because it affected the entire coastal parishes of Louisiana. But it's a nationwide problem that we're seeing. We got an actual act of Congress passed to fix that problem back in 2014. President Obama signed it. But over the last several years, FEMA has started with what they're calling Risk Rating 2.0. And it's supposed to be their fair and equitable way to really sustain the National Flood Insurance Program. And as they like to describe it, that the lower priced homes who have for years been subsidized by the higher, more expensive homes, that's supposed to shift. And those lower cost homes are going to be brought up to their actuarial rates. But we had the National Association of Counties legislative conference was this weekend in Washington, D.C., and yesterday we had a presentation by one of the deputy administrators for resilience under FEMA, who's really running this Risk Rating 2.0 system, and went through his big fair and equitable presentation and talked about all of this stuff. And myself and Councilwoman Julia Cormier from St. Charles Parish really hit him after the presentation, because it's something we've been talking about for at least the last year. Congressman Scalise, Congressman Graves have been huge champions of trying to work through this. Their implementation started toward the back of December. The full force and effect of this is really going to take effect come April 1st. So if your flood insurance policy renews after April 1st, you're likely to see that increase. And it's going to be tough for a lot of people. And we gave them a couple of prime examples. Under this new program, the most you can pay is a little over $12,000. So we're going to have some guy in Miami who's sitting on the beach with $1 million home, who's paying $25,000, $26,000 a year in flood insurance. His premium is actually going to drop. But you're going to see the guy in Cutoff who, based on FEMA's new flood maps that we're dealing with now, that we got back in July, right for Hurricane Ida, they now show some of the base flood elevations inside Windows levee system at a minus or a negative. So you can build below a zero, which is odd to me. But that same guy who's going to be able to build low, his premiums are going to rise, while the guy in Miami's premium is falling. And we have a levee system that we promote, that we've taxed ourselves, that we've built with local ingenuity and local money. Help from him, the state. Governor Edwards has been a huge champion of that in the last couple of years, along with Congressman Graves and Congressman Scalise. But the feds have put $0 into this. But now they're going to come with this Risk Rating 2.0 system.
So all the mitigation that we've done on our behalf is penalizing us.
Yep, means nothing. And the second example we gave them was my personal example. My house in Lockport is a pre-firm structure. It was built in the 70s. Has never flooded. I am not in a flood zone, but I carry flood insurance just in case. Right. My premium is going to go from about $500 a year to about $4,500 a year.
That's incredible.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And his response, Mr. Mersted's response from FEMA was, well, sir, if that's what they're telling you, maybe you just need to find another agent. And that's what really got my goat is
Wait, what did he say?
He literally told us to go find another agent. If that was our problem, we just need to go find another agent. Well, two problems. One is it's a federal program, and you can't just go. The rates are set by the feds. Right. The local agents.
All the agents are going to be around the same.
Around the same price. Yeah. But they just don't understand this. And we tried back in December. Congressman Scalise tried to get a meeting with the FEMA administrator, and she flat turned the meeting down. When the administrator was here meeting with President Dove and I after the hurricane, we started to talk about levee accreditations and how some of these new maps don't take that into account. Risk Rating 2.0 does not really take those levees into account. And I said, look, I will walk out. We knew there was some media in the room after this. We were having a little press conference after. And I said, I will walk out and give you the biggest hug and never talk bad about FEMA again if you go out and you pause Risk Rating 2.0 and let us tell you what's going to happen, the same way we did after Bigger Waters in 2012. And she gave me the same thing. It's fair, it's equitable, and the fact that they just don't get it is truly, I think.
Are they trying to run people out of here?
And we talked about that yesterday, that after Bigger Waters, we literally sent them house keys in the mail. So this is what's going to happen. You guys are getting house keys because the banks are going to have to repossess all these homes because people are going to drop their flood insurance. And then inevitably something weird is going to happen. We might flood, and then FEMA's got to come in and bail these people out. So we're spending more money in post-disasters than we would if we just mitigated it up front. And it just astounds me that the federal government does not get it, and truly what I believe is wrong with the federal government these days.
So what's your next step? If that's actually going to happen, you almost have to go into a PR just a front kind of situation where you're letting people know, get ready, you're about to get a big bill.
Yep, and we've started that. You've seen some of the congressional delegation talking about it, kind of in the same posture we are about how asinine it is that we're having to go through this. So it's starting to gain some traction. So I'm glad I'm here today to be able to talk about it and let people know, hey, look, it's coming. Senator Cassidy has filed a bill to kind of pause it. We're hoping that gets some traction before April 1st. We met with his new Bayou Region rep today. She was in town, so we had some time with her to talk about infrastructure bills and this sorts of thing. I'm hoping that the position that the National Association of Counties took this weekend in telling FEMA how bad this was is going to help. There's some meetings at the White House over the next couple of days as the conference ends. Judge Barbara Canales, who's actually from Nueces County, which is Corpus Christi in Texas, is the chair of the Coastal Caucus this year. She has a meeting at the White House today where she was going to bring it up. Of course, we're working with Cedric Richmond and those guys who have local ties to Louisiana but are in the White House. So we're hopeful that something happens over the next couple of months before the big gouge of this thing happens April 1st.
So real quick, with a few seconds left, people just need to really lock into what you're saying and what others are saying, because it's going to be key in the next 30 days.
No doubt, no doubt. Now's the time to call your congressman, call your representative, and let them know and help push this forward.
And send them your keys.
And send them your keys.
There you go. All right, there you have it. The parish president of Lafourche. Will your insurance go up, down, or remain the same? Give us 30 days. We'll keep bringing you the updates. We'll be back. We're going to talk Mardi Gras and then some COVID with the parish president of Lafourche.